I know you guys remember me talking about that guy with the radio show who said that 70% of Americans were living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I always ask you guys to process things that I say to you because I want you to realize that when I talk about the slavery or the condition that you're in, I want you to understand why that is. A lot of it is your ignorance. So in a lot of cases, you hear me call you stupid or ignorant or something like that, right? And you get offended by these things because they're harsh and they sound harsh, but they're the truth and the bare reality of things, right? So you're challenged in some ways, right? Where, you don't want to recognize reality, right? Because it seems easier for you guys to live in this reality, go to work every day, even though you're tired every day, even though you feel like, you're working laborious construction every day. No pun into the construction workers out there, but you guys know what I'm saying because you guys are actually building these structures, right? Do you get any glory for the work? Who's taking credit for your work? Now, you know what I'm going to say, folks. What I've said every video, all of these many videos, and for the time we've gotten to know each other, we figured out that there's a culprit on the loose. And we haven't properly figured out or addressed the ways to deal with such a culprit. Because many of us are in that ignorance, folks. So it's important for me to tell you that you're ignorant and use certain terms to shock you into making you realize that you are severely silly in some ways. That damn you. Okay? Everything is connected to the Most High, folks. Right? And narcissism is that opposing force. Narcissism represents that opposing force played out in this society, in this current society, which no longer will exist. Now, getting to the aspect of how the society is run, right? Money. And I talked to you in the beginning about how many of you are living paychecks to paychecks for that money, that thing that doesn't exist that many of you covet. Because it's so elusive to you. When it's given to you in large amounts at various times in your life by these people, when they grant it to you, you don't know what to do, right? Because you put all your conscious energy into that currency. You get it? But it's not really real, folks. So you're on this hamster wheel every single day, right? Getting up out of the bed, no matter what that job is. They had that show that used to come out where they would show you all these various jobs around the land. People getting up, people shit shoveling, people office working. Many of you going to these jobs, and if you're one step up above having a shit shovel, you think you're someone. And that's the foolishness of most people. That's the ignorance I was talking about. You guys are not realizing that there are billions of greater societies, folks, who all prosper under some concept greater than the idea of monopolizing. So you guys subscribe to this type of behavior, and you yourselves want to be junior monopolizers to these forces that keep you in these places. Whoa. Hey, y'all. To these forces that keep you in these places. All right? So that ignorance is part of the pain that I always talk about too. Right? Now, many of you may say, I'm not in pain. I don't feel any pain, but you do feel pain. Are you not forced to get up in the morning and do things against what you would like to do? Your comforts. Should you have to do this until you get a ripe old age of 95, and then they'll let you start working? And then they'll put you in the ground, folks. You get it? And that's the whole plan, because you're just a slave, folks. Right? You're rat racing. So the little things that you get, the little crumbs you get when this elusive thing is kept from you, this money, and someone grants you a job, and in this case, you're not shoveling shit. You're wiping the toilets or something. In this case, you think you're better than that shit shoveler. And I'm trying to show you guys that everything you're doing is not even necessary, because you'll need to do those things regardless. Right? The many mansions that you hear me speak on, that many of you have read in your literature, right? Your sacred literature around the world that you cherish. You don't really internalize what you idealize. I'll put it like that. You're not really doing that. But just what you outwardly covered. The things that you want us to believe that you believe in. You get it? Society. But all of you actually covered money. And the problem with that is it creates a situation where you really believe that you're better than other people when you're connected to everyone else. The Most High does not see any of you greater than the other, because he is all of you, folks. Do you not understand? Right? The great ones who have supreme wisdom over you guys, and me too. I'm learning though. The great ones who caretake your realities, folks, who have not charged you, because they are showing you humility, because the Most High has given them life. And that's showing them humility. So leading their, following their example, right? And that breaks down into all of the lower things under you, folks, the things that you control. Right? When you have an opportunity to express these things to others, you suppress them. Part of trying to make yourselves feel like better than what you actually are. And you know that. So narcissism is about esteem, the low-level assholes of the world society, who will be dealt with one day. But until then, they plot and plan and think they got this thing all figured out. Right? The best of us see this day coming. The best of us know this day is coming. Right? So I challenge you guys today. I challenge you to think about the next day you'll have to get up in early morning times to go scramble for some crumbs. If you're working this hard, why aren't you able to actively enjoy lifestyle in current society? Why not? Why is there always fear? Why is there always lack of abundance? Because the Most High is not factored into these things, folks. That's a fact. So you complain and stuff. I hear this every day, folks. I was one of those complainers. I've worked a job, I've done all types of jobs. I've always humbled myself because I've realized it was just a task. The things you work for, whether they're nice or not, or what you want to get, it shouldn't be about the idea of everyone paying attention to you, because that makes you a narcissist on some level, folks. The idea of the narcissism is what creates suppressive societies, folks, where you think you're free, but you're not free at all. And that's the whole problem. Ignorance. Don't say you're ignorant just to say it or hurt your feelings or put myself one up over you. But the true reality, folks, is that the better society that's coming, right, will not be because you realize the error of your ways. Too many of you are riding this crazy train and enjoying yourselves. Too many. Too many of you are buying into the idea that I'll hustle hard and be this go-getter, aka bullshitter, and I'll go out here and I'll acquire these things. I'll covet these things, to which I'll suppress another person or put myself over another person, and I'll dangle something over their heads, not realizing that the great humility that's shown to you every day has not been dangled over your heads, folks. Holding on to the Most High is you realizing that you're one with everything. Right? When you get on a certain level, folks, when you're one with the Most High, right? You're one with all things, folks. The great ones, the nature goddess. You don't have a problem with certain things because you're one, folks. You understand what I'm saying to you? You don't have problems with insects, and you don't have problems with animals, right? Certain things that you people do in your minds, the type of the way you're thinking, is how you suppress these things, right? If you have a beehive somewhere close by you, if you're one with those bees, if you're one with nature, folks, if you're one with Mother Earth, those bees will not harm you. It's a fact. I do it every day, folks. You're protected by the Most High. You people don't realize that higher reality is caretaking you. That's being done as a duty for the Most High, folks. So everything you do should be for that same exact duty. You should follow that example, folks. All things in the universe is following this example. So when you find yourselves being alerted to this fact and still not taking action, one has to reckon with the character of man overall. Man is a fucking fool, like I said in the beginning. What word did you want me to use? Right? Informatively challenged. Is that what you want me to say about you guys? Would that make you feel better? You're informatively challenged. How about that? But in any case, what you don't realize or don't understand will be the thing that damns you, folks. And this is why we always talk. Right? This isn't necessarily about getting likes or something. If I want to promote the video and get you guys on board to understand these things, that's the greater thing, folks. The greater reasoning I'm having. So I want you guys to really listen to what I'm saying about this. Changing yourselves one by one, individually. And it's a lot of us. So it's going to be an uphill battle. When you think about that collective mindset that you all have held on to for so long. The go-getter mentality. Right? Idolizing self and not thinking about the Most High and holding on to Him and letting Him bless your society. Everyone shares. Everyone has abundance, folks. Right? There's no such thing of homelessness or starving people or people who lack. Only in lower societies, people, where there's fear and suppression, like I said. Nice day out here, too. You guys get out and enjoy the day. I love bad behavior, folks. You know, but the rat race is not appealing to me at all. Never was. That's why I got out of working 9-to-5 jobs, folks. And ultimately, I realized that we should live in a world where we have total abundance because we're trusting in the Most High, who will provide that total abundance. Right? And all of you people who think you have everything, not until it's taken away, where you realize that you were never in control in the first place. Right? And it's just that simple. You folks going over to my website, thinkbehavior.info, pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. You can pick the book up on Amazon as well. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate the new subscriptions. And like I said before, you guys enjoy your day. Have a great one. And we'll be talking soon. You know, maybe after a hard day at work, you know, the society that you guys buy into. Y'all take care.